2025 may be the year you unlock your true potential. Often the feeling that we can do more is in the air, but it takes action to turn this feeling into reality. What are you willing to change to reach something grand? These are not great jumps, but small daily changes that add up to create a lasting transformation. It is a process of constant evolution, and it is amazing to realize that you are in control of this journey. Often life presents itself as a sequence of moments of indecision, but the secret to achieving greatness is to understand that small actions, repeated every day, generate a change that goes beyond what you think. Transformations happen when you decide that each step, no matter how small, it is a crucial piece of your success. Do not underestimate the power of daily life. Sometimes a simple adjustment in a habit can trigger a chain reaction that changes everything, whether in your work, your relationships, or your personal development. The key is to maintain a clear view and take practical attitudes every day. The true transformation begins within you. With a simple decision, will you act? This decision may be the watershed between what you have now and what you can earn in 2025. And yes, this is totally possible. The way to unlock your potential starts with a simple question: where can I improve today? This year may be the beginning of a new phase, where you'll be able to live with more purpose, motivation, and energy. But the journey will not be without challenges. Success requires consistency, persistence, and above all, daily action. If you want to transform your 2025, the time to start is now. So if you are ready for transformation, remember that each small change counts. And along this path, you will see how the simple act of doing your best every day will shape your future in a surprising way. Ready to take the first step? Let's talk about how powerful goals to guide your journey. Set goals is how to set the map of your destination. They are the lighthouse that guides your actions and provides clarity about where you're going. It is not enough just to dream of success. You need to know exactly what you want to achieve. When you define goals, you're taking a firm step towards your purpose, creating a clear trajectory to achieve your goals. The key to turning your dreams into reality lies in the ability to put these desires on paper objectively and structured. The concept of why, as Simon Sinek explains, is fundamental here. Behind every action we take, there must be a deep motivation. When you clearly understand why you want to achieve a goal, motivation becomes stronger and persistence easier to maintain. Ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? Understanding your why not only strengthens your determination, but also keeps you focused when the obstacles appear. One of the best ways to set your goals is using the SMART model: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and deadline goals. With SMART goals, you know exactly what you need to do, how to do it, and until when. Instead of vague goals, such as I want to be healthier, focus on something concrete, such as I want to lose 5 kilograms in the next 3 months, going to the gym 4 times a week. This level of specificity brings clarity and direction, and this is essential to success. Also remember that goals must be challenging but achievable. They need to drive you out of the comfort zone, without being so far away as to generate frustration. When you reach a goal, however small, you experience a sense of achievement that increases your self-confidence and motivates you to move on. The process of achieving goals is, in fact, a continuous learning cycle where you improve with every step taken. Now, with clear goals and motivated by your why, you're ready to start the journey. Remember, the path can be long, but the definition of goals is the first and most important step for transformation. Let's move on and talk about how vitality, physical, and mental health are essential to sustain your success. There is no way to achieve great achievements without a healthy body and mind to support your journey. Vitality is the energy that drives you, and it comes from physical and mental health. When you take care of your body, not only improve your performance, but also ensure that you have energy and willingness to face daily challenges. After all, there is no point in having clear goals and determination if you do not have the health necessary to accomplish them. Regular exercises are fundamental to maintain this vitality. You don't have to start with an intense training routine, but something simple like walking, practicing yoga, or doing outdoor activities can make a big difference. Exercise not only improves physical health, but also releases endorphins, those substances that help maintain motivation and good mood. A daily walk can be the secret to increasing your mood and mental clarity. In addition, balanced diet is essential for the functioning of your body and mind. If you feed in an inappropriate way, your energy will be compromised, and this directly impacts your focus, productivity, and even your emotional health. Eating fresh and nutritious foods helps keep your body and mind in balance by promoting the vitality necessary to meet your goals with enthusiasm and energy. Proper sleep also enters this essential care package. Many people underestimate the power of a good night of rest, but it is during sleep that the body regenerates and the mind prepares for the next day. Sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night is crucial for physical and mental recovery. When you do not sleep enough, the feeling of tiredness and lack of focus can undermine your motivation and the ability to make right decisions. And lastly, relaxation practices, such as meditation or breathing techniques, are great allies. They help reduce stress and increase the feeling of well-being, providing mental clarity and emotional balance. When you are dedicated to taking care of your physical and mental health, you are building the solid base necessary to pursue your goals with determination. Now that we know how to take care of vitality, let's explore the growth mindset that will help you face any challenge. Growth mindset is a belief that your skills can be developed with dedication, effort, and continuous learning. Having this mindset is critical to achieving success, as it turns challenges into opportunities. When you see each obstacle as a chance to learn and grow, your overcoming ability becomes infinite. Error, instead of being seen as failure, is viewed as part of the process of evolution. This way of thinking goes beyond simple motivation. It requires you to be willing to leave the comfort zone and try new things, even if it involves risks. When you adopt a growth mindset, you are not afraid to make mistakes because it understands that each error is a valuable lesson. The key is how you respond to these mistakes as a sign that you're on the right track, adjusting the route, or as an obstacle to overcome. Persistence is a pillar of the growth mindset. When difficulties arise, and they always arise, the growth mindset keeps you firm. You do not give up on the first obstacle. On the contrary, you find ways to get around or learn from it. This resilience is what allows you to move on when others would give up. Success is not about being perfect, but about being persistent and learning constantly. Developing a growth mindset also involves embracing learning as a lifestyle. Knowledge never hurts, and continuous learning feeds its evolution. Whether reading books, taking courses, or learning from others, seeking intellectual growth is essential. The more you learn, the more prepared you are to the opportunities that arise and to face the challenges with confidence. The growth mindset, however, is not just about achieving results. It also helps you maintain a long-term vision, knowing that progress is gradual. Small daily learning and evolution steps, at a time, lead to success. Now that you have understood the importance of this mindset, let's talk about the transforming power of gratitude in your life. Gratitude is a simple but very powerful practice that can transform your perspective and, consequently, your life. When you start to thank you for things you already have, for the little you are, it changes the way you see the world around you. Instead of focusing on what is missing, gratitude directs you to what is already abundant in your life, creating a mindset of prosperity and contentment. This change of focus improves mental and emotional health and prepares you to deal with the ups and downs of the journey. Expressing gratitude also strengthens relationships. By showing appreciation for people around you, you create genuine connections that become the basis of a positive and supportive environment. A simple thank you or a gesture of recognition makes people feel valued and more willing to contribute to their well-being. Also, by practicing gratitude, you begin to attract more situations and people to your life who share this positive energy. The daily practice of gratitude also improves your emotional health. Studies show that people who practice gratitude regularly have lower levels of stress and anxiety, as well as better levels of happiness. This is because gratitude activates the part of the brain responsible for pleasure, promoting a more balanced emotional state. You can start with something simple, such as listing 3 things you are grateful at the end of each day. Over time, you will realize how this practice improves your overall well-being. Moreover, gratitude is a constant reminder that even in difficult times, there's always something to learn or something to value. Life is not just made of victories, the difficulties also bring lessons. As you thank you for the lessons that arise in the most challenging moments, you put yourself in a continuous growth position. Gratitude helps you see the value even in the most complicated experiences, which strengthens your resilience and prepares you for success. By adopting gratitude as daily practice, you are creating a solid basis of emotional and mental well-being, which supports your motivation and focus. Now, with gratitude in your life, let's explore how to build significant relationships can be the key to a lasting success. Significant relationships are one of the greatest sources of energy and inspiration in our lives. When you surround yourself with people who share similar values and support you genuinely, your level of motivation and realization grows exponentially. Contrary to popular belief, success is not lonely. It is fed by genuine connections that help us face challenges and celebrate victories. Having a solid support network is crucial to well-being and personal progress. To build these relationships, it is essential to be a good listener. Many times, we are so focused on talking about our own goals and achievements that we forget to pay genuine attention to the people around us. Listening with empathy and interest strengthens ties, creating a safe space for people to express themselves and share their ideas. Also, when you are dedicated to listening, showing respect and appreciation for each other, something that strengthens the trust and connection between you. Demonstrating sincere interest is also essential. It's not just about asking how the person is, but of really caring about their answers and feelings. By cultivating this kind of curiosity and care, you establish a deeper and more significant relationship. These interactions need not be grandiose. Small attitudes of attention and affection make all the difference. Over time, these connections turn into solid partnerships that drive you and help you grow. Expressing appreciation is also a fundamental pillar in construction of good relationships. Recognize the effort of the other. Even in small actions, create a positive cycle of mutual appreciation. A simple thank you or a word of incentive may be what someone needs to feel motivated and connected to you. This type of reciprocity further strengthens ties and creates a genuine and constant support network. When you invest in true and significant relationships, your success becomes not only more likely but also more satisfactory. People who support you throughout the journey make the process lighter and more enjoyable. Now, let's talk about an inspiring example that reflects all these principles of trajectory of Phil Knight, founder of Nike. It is a perfect example of how to overcome challenges. Cultivating partnerships and maintaining a clear view can lead to success. Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, is a brilliant example of how to apply the principles of self-knowledge, persistence, and relationship construction can turn a dream into reality. Its trajectory was not easy. He faced numerous difficulties and obstacles, but his growth mindset and his ability to learn from errors led him to create one of the most powerful brands in the world. His story is a clear reminder that success is built based on daily actions, focusing above all resilience. Knight knew what he wanted, but he also understood that he needed a support network to get there. Throughout his journey, he has formed important partnerships, such as Nike, Bill Bowerman. These genuine connections and mutual confidence were fundamental to the company's growth. They supported themselves, shared ideas, and knew how to enjoy each other's fortresses. This is proof that success rarely happens in isolation. It is a result of good partnerships and well-constructed relationships. Another important point in Phil Knight's history is his persistence in the face of difficulties. When Nike was starting, the way was not easy. There were many flaws, from financial difficulties to problems with suppliers. However, he maintained a clear view and never gave up his purpose. Every challenge that arose was an opportunity to learn and improve, and Knight knew that. Your ability to continue advancing, even in the most difficult times, is a powerful example of resilience. Knight's growth mindset was also evident in how he faced mistakes. Instead of seeing failures as an end, he saw them as necessary steps in the innovation process. Nike has largely grew up at his willingness to test new ideas, learn from errors, and never stop improving. This constant learning cycle was essential for your successful trajectory and is something we can all apply to our lives. Finally, the story of Phil Knight is an inexhaustible source of inspiration. It not only founded a globally recognized company, but also remained true to its principles of self-knowledge, persistence, and relationship construction. Now that we have seen how he applied these concepts, let's complete our reflection on how you can apply these same practices in your life to achieve success. Now that you know the fundamental principles that shape the trajectories of successful people, it's time to put everything into practice. Remember, success does not happen overnight. It is built through small daily actions, consistent decisions, and a mentality focused on learning and continuous evolution. Each of these habits' definition of goals, vitality, growth mentality, gratitude, and construction of significant relationships can be the foundation of their transformation. Ask yourself, what can you do today to start applying these habits to your life? Perhaps it is to define a goal smart, practice gratitude before bed, or pay more attention to your body and mind with healthy habits. What matters is taking the first step, however small. Remember, success is the sum of the small actions done with consistency over time. So, where are you going to start? Now I invite you to step further. Subscribe to the channel, enable notifications, and start following these practices daily. Each video you watch will be an opportunity to learn more and continue your growth journey. Are you ready to unlock your true potential? The first step begins now, and the transformation depends on you. What will be your next step toward success? Let's walk together on this journey.